break the pressure and get it down court. Stolen right back. Stevenson comes in the other direction. And down court, Jody Meeks. And the layup missed underneath off a nice feed from Sparks. Here's Miller down at the other end. Darius Miller, the freshman, with a slam.
They're not picking up silly fouls for 3 or 4 point plays.
Steal by Jody Meeks. Meeks finishing off the steal, and the Wildcats cut the lead back to 17. Have been down, I believe, by as many as 20. 21 make that. Underneath, Stevenson, the wide open slam.
That's on top. That's the thing to me. Just doesn't tell me that he's back 100% yet.
Off underneath, a slam for Stevenson, and what a fine play that was by Ramon Harris. Holmes, 20 in the game now for Travis.
Oh, backyard play there, brother to brother, but Stevenson just couldn't get enough of help.
Darius Miller getting up for the follow slam. Back out, Keenan. DeAndre Liggins, long down court Meeks, and he'll take it in. And Liggins to bring it up against the pressure put on by the freshman Gabriel. All the way into the lane, off underneath, Perry Stevenson, the easy slam. And then Bell just took it to the lane and put it in. They've got a 23-point lead. Perry Stevenson.
So far, Kentucky's not been able to do that.
Well, Patrick Patterson is back on the court, and he lobs it to Stevenson. Underneath. 2 more for the junior out of Louisiana.
Tonight, and not apple turnovers either.
Drew tries to kick it back in. Thompson had it, lost it. The Heels give it away. Here come the Cats. The number's not in their favor. Patterson gets his first look inside.
He finally gets the rock, baby.
Gets healthy relatively quickly. It has the kind of season that he had last year. Patterson a touch inside and a no-look pass for the slam to Harris.
Well, see, that's first.
52-33 Carolina. Now Carolina gives it away. Ramon Harris.
He's a good athlete.
Kind of patience. You don't want to take quick shots because now you'll have to go to the other end of the floor.
Oh, Patterson gets it right back and slams it through.
And 2, but right now just kind of now almost to where they're just playing back to that box 1.
Nice pass underneath, and Ramon Harris gets the slam. Good execution there. And the Hornets fighting for it, and look at Johnson there fighting for it with Michael Porter. Finally, Meeks gets it away to Patterson. Up court, Harris. And a wide open slam for Ramon Harris. Stolen away. Meeks. Put up and no good by Parks, and the Cats have got the board. Down court to Patterson.
Help stimulate more intensity. And Stevenson with the alley-oop to Patrick Patterson. What about the pass from Perry Stevenson? I think the hits. And Jared Carter off the bench to check in for the first time. And there's Stewart going hard to the rim, but
They have drawn a line in the sand over there, haven't they? Nice back cut. And the jam.
Bad pass stolen by Meeks. Breakaway. He has 16 first half points.
First half started.
Long cross-court pass. Patterson's got a breakaway.
If that's the way you handle pressure.
Minutes for the game. Darius Miller on the baseline, handoff. Patterson, who jammed it. Backdoor cut, Jody Meeks.
Nice pass by Harris.
On the 5, picked by Patterson. 3, 2, 1. Got it!
Great pass by Porter.
Chicago via Vegas is in there now. He is one of those Vegas stories as Ramon Harris off the set play lobs it into Meeks for the finish.
Yeah, an assist. Normally you'd think one of your perimeter players would.
Wow. What a look from Darius Miller. Set though. Nice look. Meeks to Patterson. Off of 20 assists. And there's Miller with a steal.
He's timing off on that cut to get open. Normally tonight we've seen them hard cuts and the ball being delivered right when that cut is made.
And Stevenson gives back a little of that frustration.
Hi, Miami. What do you mean by that? Well, they can't shoot immediately. I think they have to have Kentucky work defensively.
Stevenson on the slam, his first two. Patrick Patterson rips down the board. Patterson with rebound number 5, and it leads to the bucket by Harrelson.
Kentucky needs to play fast and play patient, and that's it right there. That is fast and patient done at the same time.
And Kentucky on an 8-0 run.
Again, it's a minute 27 to the next timeout. There you go. That's a great play from the out of bounds. Now, the Big Blue Nation can have a factor in this ball game.
And there's Sloan hitting the side of the board, and Stevenson bailing him out.
Up hands, and they got the steal, but it's stolen back. Nice touch pass. Stevenson.
React.
Inbound play now. There they go.
And that's what's been lacking all season for Kentucky.
But draws nothing on that one. Here's Galloway. Oh,
versatility. Beautiful play by Galloway.
Here's Porter. Nice move. There's Stevenson. And Kyle Tabor. Starting fives for both teams. And the alley-oop. Oh, my goodness. Porter hurt an ankle. You know, you look at the 5 on the floor right now. This in the middle of SEC play. This could be the starting lineup for Kentucky. Nice.
Patrick Patterson, way to reward the big guy. Stevenson doesn't flinch or anything.
No. If you're running the fast break, watch out for the coach. He's in the crowd. Here's a little stuff at the end. A.J. Stewart.
Stevenson and Harris got back on defense. And now Patterson with a steal. And welcome back, Ramon.
A half-court man-to-man defense. They've run a jump trap on an out-of-bounds play.
Boy, and there's another nice job by Jody Meeks as he gets the steal and the finish. And now Patterson with the steal, and Meeks adding to that point total.
Of the Southern Conference.
Here's Meeks, nice look. What a feed from Jody Meeks to A.J. Stewart.
But outmanned.
Miller with a shot clock running down, and Stevenson just beats the buzzer.
Created some space over Galloway, but couldn't get it to go. And a nice lead to Stevenson for the dunk, and Cy Alexander is going to take a timeout. Houston comes over and supplies the double team on Patterson. And there's Galloway, nice no-look pass. Oh, what a feed from Kevin Galloway. So in control for a freshman.
Yep. Unless there's a hesitation when he does start thinking too much.
Stewart on a steal. 16 tonight on 5 of 8 shooting. And off the turnover, Patterson.
Just some time, but because he is so tall, he can get in and get some rebounds. Excellent passer.
And a nice feed inside. And Patterson with a finish.
Playing time. Early in the season, not getting a lot of minutes, so couldn't really help with that transition, but lately he's earned his minutes through hard practice.
Boy, what a great feed. Tennessee State has got 15 field goals. Oh! On just 1 assist.
The schedule maker didn't do them any favors, but it seems like every year Tennessee State has to do that.
As the lineup now is Patterson, Darius Miller, there's Harrelson with a basketball. Nice feed to Patterson for the dunk. From Nawachi, and Liggins leads the break. And Stevenson again, and for the first time since the
Rupp is rocking. And Patterson is able to pull down the miss. And look at Stevenson get behind the defense. And Sloan thought about it. And now Porter gets it into Stevenson. And Patterson picks up the chain. Back in there at the post now, as is Landon Sloan out top. Porter, nice feed to Patterson.
Off a screen by Stevenson, Meeks inside. Knocked away by Clark and slammed in by Stevenson.
Sure, I think so. I mean, this is a kid you're expecting to be one of your main players, and at times you're going to have to play with foul trouble.
Patterson follows the missed three by Meeks. Patrick Patterson. Stevenson. Great pass to Patterson inside. You called it. He beat Clark to the rim. Miller picked up by Sosa. Stevenson throws over good into Patterson, who has a sledgehammer inside as he is belted by Clark.
Conley here for SEC basketball. Harry Stevenson, his third bucket. Finally Drake for Vanderbilt. He falls down. Here goes Meeks. Kentucky's widest margin. Here's Liggins after Liggins to Stevenson.
Out on the other end. Back comes Kentucky. Meeks just flying by everybody. And the easy pass to Ramon Harris. Patterson, I was just going to say they've done a nice job on him
Night in the film session.
Wayne Chisholm had cut this lead to a deuce. Now it's up to 7. It's about to be 9. And there might be time for a timeout for Tennessee.
Nothing good was going to happen.
That's true. You'd hate to get a tee at one of your kids' games. Stevenson flushes a second one. And as Tatum trying to tip it in. Kentucky with a rebound. Coach, we'll just wish you the best of luck. Obviously, Jimmy and I and everybody, not just in college basketball. A new record in the history, in the illustrious basketball history of Kentucky. There's a new #1.
Close it out. There's Patterson. That is a tough shot to follow by Stevenson. Kentucky team. Here's Meeks. 40 feet to the basket. Off to Stevenson. Good ball fake to the rim. Got Tompkins in the air with the ball. Stevenson. The follow by Meeks. That is big time. Gamecocks down 17 with 11 minutes to go. Had a chance with 6 seconds left, down 2. Patterson, though, answers for the Wildcats.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, you can end that drought off the inbound. Stevenson shakes free and gets the jam.
Nice pass to Meeks. How about that pass by Stevenson?
7.2 a game.
Good swat that time by Patterson to knock it away. Watch him run the floor. Knocks it away and finishes up on the other end.
Going almost exclusively to Patterson. 2 to shoot. Again, caught unawares by the shot clock. Harris misses a long 3, but Stevenson puts it home. Despite being out-rebounded 17 to 6. Patterson dumps it off to Stevenson for the jam. Stevenson played Kentucky in the first half on the other end of the court here to start the second. There's their 3rd turnover of the half. And they left Stevenson all alone. Not only are they turning the ball over, but they're not getting back. Reed thought he saw a little opening. Nope. Patterson, Stevenson, Porter all there. And here's Meeks the other way.
Stevenson clears.
Well, same thing happened that time, but Stevenson rotated over better.
Alabama defensively did not get back that time. Knox, a lazy pass picked off by Meeks. Well, it's those kinds of errors that Alabama's prone to make that misses a hoop coming out of a timeout.
Exactly.
They take it personally.
They do. It was a perfect play.
Another steal, quick outlet to Stevenson.
But he makes up for it by running the floor for the Wildcats.
Stevenson drew
Something uncharacteristic of this South Carolina team. Look at Stevenson. That little high-low look as
Sellout crowd getting a little restless now as the Gamecocks taking it to the Cats. Here's Harris. What a nice pass from Stevenson. And it's into the second half. They forgot about Porter, and after he penetrated, he just got it to Patterson for the easy one.
Traffic pulled that one down.
He has 7 rebounds, and he has 2 more points from Meeks.
Well, Meeks was fortunate to get that pass over there.
Stewart to Patterson. 8 block shots for the Wildcats. Patterson. And the throwdown on the follow by Stevenson. Nearly a
Porter forgot his dribble, yeah.
And then he lost it. Nice backdoor. Did Meeks show you some strength on that one? He muscled it through despite the foul. It's left. Holmes jumps out on Porter. And left it to Stevenson, wide open. And Stevenson throws it down.
Well, Patterson wants it down there.
Harris threw it back to Patterson, and he knew what to do with it. He jammed it home. Hager and Johnson back outside. Turner swiped. Here's Meeks.
Good defensive work again by Kentucky. A little full court pressure by Mississippi State. The Bulldogs not really trying to steal it there. Look at Liggins go.
Got it to Stevenson. Nice penetration and dish. Stevenson from Liggins.
Not the shot they were looking for. Patterson clears off the Tyus miss.
Galloway, no look to Stevenson. Great pass by Galloway. Harris, the extra pass to Stevenson. He deserved that one. He did the work on the other end, and they got it right back to number 21. Patterson went up and rejected the shot. Back come the Cats. Galloway in traffic and all the way. Points tonight. There's Porter. And Stevenson's all alone. And you got to have a little help on the backside.
Exactly what people are going to run, and this is just preparation. Just splitting defenders, takes the shortcut, and beats you in.
Miller again.
Oh, it's Miller time.
All right, no help coming from the offside for Arkansas. A little further either than Arkansas. They are the westernmost team in this league. Meeks again. Sent it in with authority. 45 for Jody Meeks.
Nice rebound by Miller. And the feed to Stevenson. Miller will get another chance in close.
Meeks with the steal. Watch out. Timeout Tennessee. Only has 4, but he can score points in bunches. Inside, nice snap to the basket. Stevenson from Miller.
Been a lot of room for Chisholm, and your natural tendency is to wander where there's more room.
There's the move for Patterson, who pounds it down over Chisholm. Wow. He dunked it on. 8 to shoot. Liggins almost threw it away. Patterson, and look at him. He continues to be ready as they spread the floor. 4 corners style. Liggins. Nice pass. Patterson bangs it down.
And what's happening there? And South Carolina, in terms of experience, the most experienced in the East.
In the regional finals in Atlanta back in 2006 when the Tigers made the Final Four. There's the pass from Harris to Perry Stevenson for the quick flush. Porter is a serviceable point for a point guard. He finds Stevenson. There's another nice look. Alley-oop for Patterson.
Wow, and that was a great play.
Shot clock winding down. There's the alley-oop to Patterson, right by Warren.
They've had a lot of success with that play, Tim.
Patterson comes to get it. Right back to Porter. To Carter. He's missed the shot, but a put home by Patterson. Back door. Harris from Porter. So now Kentucky gets possession of the basketball with 15 seconds. Lob to Patterson for the throwdown. Miller for three. Two Bulldogs didn't pick it up, and Stevenson slams it home.
Their inability to impact the paint, both offensively and defensively, and that was a great execution of an offense.
Knocked away. Meeks wanted it. Galloway didn't see him, but it's Harris on a cut to the rim and the flush. Florida now 8 of 20 from long range. Up top, Stevenson. The defenders close, and Stevenson, that's a man's move underneath.
So White lost it, and Porter has it, gets rid of it. Here's a 2-on-1. Meeks to Patterson.
Nicely done. Good two-man game between the two SEC performers.
If he does get that double-double, and he said he's well on his way, he has a dozen of them, 13 of them now.
How about another rebound?
Can't afford to have him on the bench if the Rebels have a chance to win. Porter to Meeks. Porter to Stevenson to Meeks. And Kentucky has the biggest lead of the game. There's Holland Jody. Let's see if they go to Jody. Nope, it's Miller instead. He gives it to Stevenson from Darius Miller.
Really getting back in it with their defense. Patterson backs Johnson down, misses it, but Harris puts it home. By Patterson.
That's his third block. Here's Galloway open on the pass from Miller. Just 2:31 left. Kentucky needs a rally. Patterson tries to ignite it with a slam on a baseline drive.
Number of years would to be 4, and there's a lot of speculation about what that after the season meeting that looked like Deshaun Mitchell maybe got him on the arm, but he didn't. That's what Kentucky, one or two times a game.
Patterson clears off the Darter miss. Final seconds for Kentucky. Chance for more points if they score. Miller takes it all the way. Followed by Patterson. Here again is some backcourt pressure. Darius Miller having a little bit of trouble with it. But his length got it to Stevenson, and Stevenson flies in over everybody. Way jumper won't go. Darter try to get a hand on the rebound. Stevenson does get the rebound, and Patterson flushes on the other end. And the lead is 20. UNLV, I think it's census at this point to foul. They trail by 11. They played their hearts out. Patrick Patterson with some authority on the finish. And now they can start to celebrate.
There's the high-low we talked about. Oh, and what a nice turnaround. Talk about knowing where you are on the court. Coming up with strong defense. Shot clock is at 8. Nice pass to Stevenson, and he just finishes with a flush.
Thought to do, but Patterson couldn't get there. The official said because he was held.
That's 3 on Young. Patterson, nice pass to Stevenson. Harris got free, and Harris gets it back and throws it down.
Walker, this time they get Carter the 3.
Inside of Patterson, and that's one of the few times.
Feet. Outstanding footwork, because that's a play that a lot of bigs would normally travel on. For Jody Meeks, but Notre Dame sniffs it out. Good job of reversing it to Patrick Patterson. Now, good things can happen for you when you do it.
Miller leaves it underneath for Stevenson for an easy one. Puts a little bit of sauce on the hot wings. Patterson